Okay, welcome everyone. We'll start our fourth lesson. My name is Anjum Satar and my email address anjum@ukversity.co.uk. Please, if you have any question, drop me email on my email address. And in today's lesson, we'll go through our LO4 and learning outcome 4, which is about be able to design monitoring and controlling mechanism for a project. So to make our project successful, why monitoring and controlling is important. So before starting our lesson, first of all, we recap what we learned in the previous lessons and then we'll start our lesson. So in lesson 1, we learn about, anybody any question please? If you remember anything what we learned during our first lesson. So in first lesson, we learn about what is meant by project. Project is a task. So anything, any activity, it can be our project. So project, we discuss about project life cycle. We discuss initiate, plan, execute, monitor, control, evaluate, and close the project. These are the stages of the project. We discuss product life cycle. When the project finishes, the product life cycle start. So which we discuss introductory stage, growth stage, maturity, and decline. We discuss product breakdown structure within a project technique. We discuss work breakdown structure. We discuss about organization breakdown structure. We discuss statement of work, how we can, and we discuss in the second lesson we discuss about program evaluation review technique, critical path analysis, total quality management. We discuss about what is meant by metric organization or metrics management. We discuss about different sourcing of finance, internal and external sources of finance where we can raise money. And we also discuss about little bit about appraisal, how we can appraise which source of finance is the best, and the risk management. So last lesson, lesson 3, in which we learn about communication plan, why communication is important. We discuss about organization culture. Culture means the norms and value, the way we do the business. We discuss about stakeholder and different stakeholders expectation metrics that will help us to be monitor the different stakeholders, narrow stakeholder, wide stakeholder, direct stakeholder, indirect stakeholder, internal stakeholder, external stakeholder. We discuss the power interest of these stakeholders, and we can make our plan according to the stakeholder vision, and how we can set our communication plan to meet the expectation of our stakeholders. So all was in our last lesson. Today lesson will move forward and we'll go through our LO4 learning outcome 4. We have 3 assessment criteria: evaluate the risk factors, completion of a project. What are the risks? What is meant by risk? Risk is the probability of happening something. Like, what are the chances of the success of your project? What sort of the risk can be? Risk always there. Risk can be positive and negative. A lot of people think, or we think risk is always negative. Risk can be higher. The risk in business, we say higher the beta, the risk factor, higher the return. So design the system to measure the monitor and appraise the progress of the project. We discuss about the stages of the project, and we can monitor which stage we are and how we can, and then when we can complete. Contingent plan is mean second plan. Think about, due to the coronavirus, is lot of project is suffering because it's not going to complete due to this, this workforce shortage, supply shortage. So we need to think about, contingent plan if these sort of, so which will go through. So we have inductive content, project creep, gap, scope of accountability of project, changing dependencies. Of course, which project and which businesses, those are the depend on these, the things like, HS2 project, which is in billions. So we need to think about many industries are dependent, or many other projects are dependencies is based on this project. So financial constraint mean limitation. So we have 3 M's: men, money, and material. We required any project. It can be a constraint. It can be a limitation. Lack of decision making. Decision making means selecting the best course of action from various options. So decision making is very important, which we'll go through. And the communication failure. Why communication is a failure? That's why we discuss in LO3. Communication plan is very crucial to make our project successful. Meaningful plan without buy-in or chaining in the project team. Project team, we discuss about Henry Ford, and coming together is a beginning, keeping together is a progress, and working together is a success. So we discussed last lesson metrics, project organization structure, and the team role within a project. So priority changes within our organization, project monitoring, and status plan document. What's so those sort of, so all this will be focused today lesson. And audit, how we can do audit. Audit means the checking the accuracy, where we supposed to be, and all this, and we can look and we'll make the corrective actions if we're not on the track of the project with whatever we plan, and we should be implement and more we monitor. Okay, we'll start. So okay, we have three command verb: evaluate, make qualitative judgment, taking into account different factors. So when we manage our project, we need to consider different factors: political, economic, social, technological factor. We need to make the contingent plan as well. Currency fluctuation can impact as well in various projects. Design, plan, and presentation of ideas to show the layout. So it's very crucial. We need to be planned, we need to be design our project, and we need to develop is the progress, and which we need to be this command verb. We need to measure the progress of the project. Welcome.
Hi.
Hi, mate. So we have a three command verb today lesson, which in our assessment criteria: evaluate, design, and develop. So which will go through in our discussion. So inductive content, which I already mentioned you, and what we're supposed to be learn. And now you can rate yourself where we are up to now in terms of the project management knowledge when we start, and is it any increase there on, and you can reflect yourself, is any learning happening or not. Huh? Okay, next now our first 4.1 assessment criteria: evaluate the risk factor. So what are the risks? What is meant by risk? Anybody, any definition of risk? So risk is a probability of happening something. Always we need to look around the risk. So sometimes think about the weather, and always weather forecast is very, very crucial to measure it and forecast it for future, because never, and your contingent plan, second plan should be based on. So if we are expecting will be next 3 months severe weather are due to this coronavirus, the supply chain will be disturbed. So we need a contingent plan. What we do, maybe the outside work we can't, maybe we do inside work. Lot of the construction companies still they are doing work. They're not totally stopped it, but some of the supply chain or some work maybe they are doing the supply, those are available, those activities. So we need to make a second plan always, and help to minimize the risk we can transfer, minimize the risk. Always a good manager try to minimize the risk or try to transfer the risk if it's a huge risk. It may be your project is depend on the external circumstances. We discuss political, economic, and social environment. Can be those are external. Change in the legislation. Think about legislation change. Think about the interest rate. Interest rate is a 0.01% now, which is can be a positive impact on the project instead of negative. Or maybe other cost is a high, but maybe the time factor itself is a cost we're not going to finish on time. So all these, you should also say the likely you think that are to be occur. What you will do if that happen. Project sponsor knows from the start you may have to be change your method of working. So working from home to keep in line. So we have a clearly website or some system in place. So we can, if this is happen, our people can work remote, meeting can be arranged remote, goods can be delivered, our design can be. Any question there?
No.
Okay, next we're looking now different approaches. Those are to be managed risk or contingency plans. So rather like a strategy theory, and there are the two basic ways of looking how the project process work. The traditional planned approach, the only already hinted by using words like risk, uncertainty, and emerge. So because no process can really or fully plan, projects tend to be fluctuate one way or another. So because project is not mean 100% will be according to your plan. It can be the change. Maybe 10% is fluctuation in your project, in the cost of the project. So we need to plan in place where the money will come from, how we'll do, if we require more workforce, where we'll recruit, do we have arrangement with the agency staff or not? In terms of we need to look around dynamic approach. Dynamic means the change. So we need to be change the approach according to the things change. So phase one, handover and closure. So we need to think about phase one is a conception and definition. Phase two, plan and schedule. You make schedule. Phase three of the project, you execute the work, project work, and the phase four is you finish the project. So within those, we need to think about define your project objective, plan the work, communication plan. If it's a problem, we need to look around, we need to try to solve, monitor the progress. So we're looking the monitoring progress of your project, and control, monitoring and control, because the plan and control should be work together. Because if you don't have a control, you don't have, you're not reviewing it, at the end, of course, you're not going to achieve it. So corrective action should be take place immediate, otherwise we're not going to be, we'll waste the resources. And review and evaluate. So this will carry on happening. Any question?
No.
Okay, next week, this is a bit activity. Just think about, make assessment on the way you normally run a project in your own organization in terms of plan and any dynamic approaches which you think we need to be. What do you think? Let's area of improvement, deliver more planned approach, and area of improvement delivered by the more dynamic approach. What do you think? Are you involved any project, or you observe any project in your own organization? Let's think about. You think anything need to be changed in your own organization? Maybe keeping in view of Data Protection Act? If you want to share, what do you think?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe we can think about sometime we maybe arrange the meeting face to face. Yes? Maybe people are traveling one place. That can be a time consuming. Yes?
Mm.
Maybe we need to change to the technology we can use. Yes?
Yeah.
And we need the area of development. Yes? Improvement delivered by more planned approach. That wasn't planned. Maybe the things our managers changing is not giving. Yes? Now think about Corona dynamic change, so we need to change our approach. So this we can think about in our own project and how we can. Okay, then what is a smart project? Yes, so you can copy. We'll go through activities called smart project. Huh? So we can copy this link, and you can say project for suppose whatever. Yes, computer IT project. Yes, maybe your organization ABC. Yes, submit. And what do you think now? If we want to change it, is it strong business case, whatever you develop it as a project? Yes.
Yes.
You want to approve it, agree or not?
Agree.
Okay, good. What about the project is in line with the organization strategy? So think about your own organization strategy, IT. We want to be innovative. Yes.
Mm.
You agree or not?
Agree.
Okay. And I have full support of senior management. What do you think? You always have a full support or sometime not, sometime yes?
No, not all time.
So neutral?
Naturally.
Okay, next. Benefit of the project are understood and documented. Whatever the project company launch you, they explain you and you understood.
Agree.
Okay, next. A clear set of deliveries has been identified when this will be complete.
Yeah.
Okay. The customer understand and has agreed the scope of the project. Customer understand the new product. For suppose you want to launch a new office, you want to be.
Yeah,
No,
strongly, yeah.
strong agree. We do research. Yes. Critical success factor. We identify the critical success factor within a project.
Yes.
Agree.
Yeah.
Okay. Management will support the request of additional resource. If you need now coronavirus, you need additional money.
Yes.
Okay. A detailed project plan exists. What task, when and how and who will be responsible for what?
Yes. Agree.
Okay. Milestone. We are aware of the milestone in the project. What are the key activities?
Yeah.
Okay. There are the sufficient resources available until the end of the project. Agree?
Yeah.
Okay. Next.
Yeah.
Each person in the team understand the role and committed to the cause.
Strongly agree.
Strongly agree. So it means a good communication there. All material required for the project is available.
Agree.
Okay, a risk lock. Do we have a risk lock? You should wear the shoes. If you don't do it, what will be happen? Yes? Or any other risk? Yes? Or we have a some contingency plan in place. Agree?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, communication plan is who is responsible for what?
Yeah. Yeah. Agree.
The project time scale is accurate, realistic and achievable.
Yeah.
Like we discussed, smart objective, yes? Okay. I'm confident with the project, every chance of success.
Yeah.
Whatever you project. Okay. I have scored the question accurately and the best of my knowledge. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So in that case, the probability of success can be high, yes? So if your answers coming these and your question, so highly likely our project will be successful. So to minimize the risk, you have to ask these questions.
Yeah.
To measure it, probability of success can be high. Okay, next now risk assessment. So always risk assessment is very, very important. Risk is a probability of happening something. Yeah. You identify the risk. What can be risk? Think about the risk. Area of risk. Health. Yes. Hello. Financial risk. Yes. What are the risk? Marketing risk. Yes. Always focus on these. Business risk. Yes. Economics risk. These are all area of risk. You have to identify. Yes. Health risk, financial risk, yes, marketing risk, reputation risk,
Okay.
and
What's about risk comes from like political thing, like for example, oil now is dropped. Okay. But yesterday they are a meeting comes from like King of Saudi Arabia and Trump. All oil's price will be gone now. Will be high.
okay, oil price risk, yes, this is come under economics, huh?
Economics, yeah.
So because it's a political as well, when the different political, yes, characters play the role, it can be economic because the currencies and the prices, huh?
Yeah.
So we can say, is it how many percent my cost will be fluctuate due to this?
Mm.
And I have a contingency plan in place. Yes.
Yeah.
So what I can do now, so we need to be, maybe I'll go for solar, huh? I'll go for electric or various other contingency plan, huh? Or
Yeah.
I'll use the solar plates. Okay, assess level of risk. You have to assess the risk. Risk can be two types. Keys, qualitative and quantitative. Yes, in numbers, you can rank them high and low. Yes,
Mm.
at the level of high to low. So you have to rank them and then you quantify and you try to be minimize them. Yes, how you will do, of course, there are different ways to do. Maybe you deal in different currencies. Yes, maybe you
Yeah.
use hedging. Hedge it. Hedge mean you foreign currency fluctuate, we can get the guarantee from the bank, so our currency won't be affected. Yes, these you know. Then we have to be prepared the risk register. Project risk register, yes, where you can record which risk, which date you assess it, what strategy you will use to minimize them. Risk medication plans, we need to look around how we can, yes. What proposed action, what resources, plan date and actual date you need to. Any question there?
No.
So these are the document we can use. Next we're looking 4.2, design the system and the measure the monitor and appropriate the status of the project progress. Depending on the type and the size of the project, there may be many types of the estimate. Yes, estimate is mean what will be, yes, our forecast estimate for future. Proposal, what are range of accuracies, the 50% or more. Appraise the viability of the start of feasibility. Budget, think about, yes.
Mm.
Range of accuracy is plus or minus, yes. Feasibility, appraise the viability of the start of the system. Sanctions, appraise the viability of the approval of the project, yes. Who will give the funding, cash flow, allocate resources, control. We need how much fluctuation can be 5 or more than 5, plus 5 or minus 5% can be, or 10%. Tender design, the prepare the tender. Any question there?
No.
Okay, types of cost. Think about the cost. So any project have a different types of the cost. So cost carry on chaining. So due to the oil price, yes, variable cost will be changed. Yes,
Yeah.
our rent, which is we have a 10 month contract, that will be fixed. Yes,
Yeah.
stay the opportunity cost.
What's
If
about the demanding of market?
yes, so we can look around demand and supply.
Yeah.
So that's we can, because that's also opportunity cost. Do we know opportunity cost?
No.
Okay, you're doing this lesson. Are you missing any opportunity? You're spending 1 hour with me and 1 hour of work you're missing, yes? So you need to
Yeah.
look around the hours work you're missing, maybe cost you £100, £50, whatever, yes? And you need to look around the benefit you're getting through this lesson. Are you achieving your qualification at the end? So you
Mm.
have to measure both opportunity cost, yes? The opportunity you're missing, opportunity you're taking, yes? Cost and benefit analysis.
Yeah.
Any question there?
No.
Okay, next now we'll look now project control system. Always we need to put the control. So what is a project control? Is a total approach of to monitoring, assessing and correcting. It's not mean control you like, you big boss. Yes. Control is mean the corrective. You help people to achieve it. Yes, that's the control. The plan activities, resources and committed cost and material. You measure the actual result, work done, the quality milestone, the material, the cost incurred. You look around. What is the variance? Variance is the difference between budget and actual. Why? Why there is a variance? It's due to the coronavirus, due to the fluctuation in the prices, due to the interest rate change, due to the production drop. Yes, we're not doing or we're not working up to the full 100% capacity. So all this we need to be look around. Any question?
No.
Okay. Next, no project control is like has this certain feature. We need holistic approach. Should be monitor and control the phase of the project, even initial planning or the specification control stage. Ongoing, yes, ongoing we need to monitor and control. We need to identify the stakeholders. We need to give the feedback system and feed forward. You give the feedback what you done and you use that feedback for forward planning. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, area of project control, you need to identify which we need a key areas we need to control. So key areas you need to control the cost. If you don't consider or you're saying no, it's a rim of paper somebody is taking home or somebody's clock in 10 minutes late and you're paying 10 minutes extra. So that 10 minutes can be huge cost for organization. You have control, maybe a finger and the clocking system need to be changed. Yes. Time. When you start the project, you need to look around the weather. You need to look around the timing. What time you start, when you finish, because it impacts on the cost. Risk. You need to be look around the risk. What type of the risk can be? Yes. Is it controllable risk or not? Or maybe you make partners. Maybe you will make arrangement with the banks. Okay, areas, key control areas, key deliverables, smart objective. You need to look around. Do we have payback? How long the money you invest will take you to cover? Work. You need to look around. Yes, work completed or not, when? Cost, timing, people, risk. And you need measure the control. Those are appropriate. Method of control. Work breakdown structure is a control. Job description is a control. Quality audit department is a control. Cost plan, budget, cash flow is a control. Gantt chart is a control. Stakeholder Gantt, their expectation and what we're delivering is a control. Risk register is a control. Risk log is a control. Yes, risk assessment is a control. Any question?
No.
Okay. This is a financial indicator of the project. For suppose, new computer we need to be. What will be cost? Yes. Training cost, other costs. Then we need to look around if I'm buying the new computer system, what benefit? Short the capacity estimated 40,000 per year. Ability to sustain telesales. If we have a good IT system, we can do telesales. And
What does
20,000.
that mean? Sorry.
Telesale mean, on the telephone we can improve if we have a record, we have a good IT system.
Oh, yeah.
So we need to improve efficiency. If you have a good IT system, people efficiency, people have less time spent because it's an auto system. You need to write an email. There's a template there. You just put the name and send it. Yes, that's the reduce the cost and the time. Improve the customer and retention. Improve the accuracy. So total benefit is 180,000 and the total cost is 114,000. What we'll do? We'll go ahead or not? The benefit you have 180,000 and the cost you have 114,000. Yes.
Mm.
Yeah, so you go ahead because although you're not making a great profit in the first year, it'd be free thereafter for every year after that.
Yes. Well done. So we need to think about, yes, how will be. So always we need to look around and we need to learn from it. Yes. And this is called appraisal. We need to appraise it. Financial indicator. We'll go through few others. So NPV is called net present value. the money you have £10 now, what the money you will get in future, it won't be same value. So always we depreciate the value according to our forecast, and then we check it, the money we'll get it should be more value, which will go through next slide's example. Payback period is one of the method of appraisal. It can be advantage is easy. £100 in you invest, £50 you get end of the year, and it takes you 2 years to cover your £100, which is very easy to understand, but disadvantage, it don't consider the time value of money. So let's here, I'm going to invest £3,100. Year 0 is a current year. I'm going to get £1,000 back, 900, 800, 500, 400. So now cumulative mean my 3,100 went out, 1,000 came in, still I'm outstanding 21. I got 900, 1,200 still outstanding. 800 I'm getting 400. So this project will takes me 3 years and some months, because end of 3 years is 400 still outstanding. So outstanding amount divided by the following year money in 400 times by how many months in a year? 12 months. Yes, times by 12. So this project will take me 3 years and 10 months. Any question?
No.
Okay, next now, discounted cash flow, where we're looking the net value. What will be the, so what is the interest rate now? Anybody knows? If you borrow money from the bank, how much you can get depends upon credit scoring. If you business person, maybe you get 4% interest rate. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. If you invest money in the bank, bank only give you less than 2%. Yes.
Mm.
And how much is the inflation?
Inflation.
Yes, prices increase around 2%. Yes.
About 1%, 2%. Yeah.
Okay. So 4, 2, 6 plus 2, 8. Yes. And you want something more than that. Yes. So maybe you want at least, more 2% as well. So maybe I'll discount on 10%. Yes. So I'll use it. So I'm investing £20,000. Yes. We are getting £5,000 back year 1, 7,000 and 8,000. So let's we'll do now. Formula is this discount factor normally is a given, or we can find the discount factor table. Formula is 1 divided by 1 plus R. So 1 is my 1, year 1, £1 is a £1. 1 divided by R. If I'll do 10%, how I can write 10% is mean 0.1, yes? Can you divide it 1 divided by 1.1? So we can divide. If I depreciate my money 10% divided by 1.1 by using discount factor. So after 1 year, £1 value will be 0.909. And if I'll get £1 after 2 years, I'll carry on dividing. So after 2 years, it will be 0.826. I'll carry on dividing with 1.1. So after 3 years, I'll get 75 pence. After 1.1, after 4 years, £1 value will be only left 68 pence. So if we look here, we have a money in 5,000, but 5,000 you're getting after 1 year. So 5,000 value will be £4,445. And we will carry on multiplying. If you get 7,000 after 2 years, the value will be only 5782. So what you do now, add all this in positive values. Can we do? And we'll check is it we are right or wrong. So 4,500, 45, yes, plus 5782 plus 6008. So now I'm getting 16,000. How much I invested?
20,000.
So my net is still I'm behind 3,665 pounds. So my NPV is a negative. NPV means the net present value. So if it's a negative, you reject the project. If it's a positive, you accept the project. Any question there?
Okay, that means the present value you have to prepare it before the studying, right? Before the project.
No, you can estimate it. Yes, you can. Before we can estimate, what benefit will be of this project. We can appraise it. Huh?
Mm.
Okay. So according to this project, I'm not going to invest it because my NPV coming negative. Yes.
Mm.
So if my NPV is a positive, I accept it. Otherwise, I reject it. So this is called.
That means accept. 1 second, please. That means positive. That means if just you invest 20,000 and there are not any NPV like zero. What does that mean? Is it good or not good?
No, it's a bad. Because this is the money you investing 20, you getting 20, yes?
Yeah.
But what will be the real value? Because you're not getting in the same year even, yes?
Yeah.
You're getting in future after 3 years, yes?
Yes.
Even you are losing 3,665 pounds in the real value because the money depreciates its value.
Mm.
Any question like a compound interest, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, next now we look ARR. ARR is called is called average rate of return. Huh?
Mm.
Okay, so we'll go here. We look there. Look here. We have 3 projects: A, Handover, Bristol, and Carlisle. Yes. One required 4 million, other required 4 million, third required 5 million. So project A will give you 1 million each year up to 5 years. Project B give you 1 and project C. So our average profit, I invested 4 million. I'm getting 5 million. So difference is 1 million my profit. 1 million divided by 5, I'm getting average profit 0.02. 0.02 divided by my initial investment 4 times by 100, I'm getting 5% by this project. I'm getting this project 5, I'm getting this project 8%. So which project you will invest? Hello?
Yeah.
Yes? Which project do you think you will invest? Which one give you high return? Carlisle give you high investment, but only the problem in Carlisle, you required 5 million, yes? Maybe
Yeah.
we don't have a cash, we don't. And first year it give you nothing, huh? So we need to think about if I reinvest the money, yes, and then I can forecast again. So these are the different ways to forecast and appraise your project, huh? At each stage. Any question? Yes, you're right. We can go for project C based on our return. Okay, next now. Anybody any question?
Honestly, sorry, I didn't understand this slide because the connection is not good. And I missed some maybe critical words.
No problem. Let's go back to the formula. Do you understand the formula?
Okay, average profit by
Average profit divided by what you invest, huh?
Hmm.
So I invest 4 million.
Yeah.
I have 3 options: option A, option B, option C. Yes. Or you can call project A, project B, project C. Yeah. This project give you money coming 1 million each year. Yes.
Okay.
and you can only get the benefit up to 5 years.
Okay.
So 4 million, you're getting 5. 5 minus 4,
1
profit
million.
is 1 million. But 1 million you're getting in how many years?
5 years.
So you divide it by 5. So answer is average profit is 0.2 million every year.
Yeah. Yeah.
0.2 divided by my initial investment 4 times by 100. Huh?
Yeah.
So that is a 5. 5% you getting, yes?
Yeah.
This is 5% as well, and other is a 8%. So that's why we think C is a better option because C return is a 8%. Huh?
Yeah.
But only the problem C required 5 million investment and nothing give you return in the first year. Huh? So you have to really make which option is the best for you, or you can wait it, no problem. You go for C and you have enough money. Huh?
Okay.
Now is it better?
Okay.
Okay, no problem. If we need, we can go again. Huh? Okay, next now, develop a contingency plan. What is meant by contingent plan? Is the second plan, yes? Or emergency plan. So project documentation is very, very important. You have you have a cost, you have a schedule, you have a breakdown, you have a log, and you have to read the reports. All these very crucial in terms of the project documents. Review. Yes, you always review what's your budget, what your actual, yes? Why the variance? Why that we supposed to finish in March, we're not finishing it. Why? We're supposed to complete 80% of the project, but we not complete it. Why we not complete it? Is it due to the corona or is it number of other factors? Yes. If not, what we'll do? We have 3 months left. We should be finished in June. So we need to make contingent plan in place. Yes. Okay. Next now, when we look there, we always look different steps. Yes. You identify the risk. You record the impact of the risk. You risk prioritize it. Which risk is a high and low? You do the risk planning, yes, to minimize it. And this will carry on happening at each stage of the project. Huh? That's why the control and review is very important. Okay, next contingent planning, when we do, what we'll do? Identify and prioritize the resources. What resources? Man, money and material. These can be constrained. You need to be look around, anything give you high return and is a priority to do things, you should. Yes, like a lot of discussion going around why the NHS is not doing the test for the doctors and the frontline staff. Yes. So the resources we have to prioritize. Yes. Which one is more risk? Yes. What are the key risk involved in each project? Yes. Every project is different. Yes. Draft a contingent plan. If not, what will be the private institution? How we can get help? How army or various other government agency can be involved. Like now, huh? Then share the plan. Yes, we need to share the plan with our various stakeholders. We need to review the plan, revisit it. Contingent planning and the risk management in the project is very crucial. Otherwise, you're not going to be achieved. You have to be manage the risk. Risk important is very important. Lot of company they are doing business in different currencies. Lot of company they're doing especially project organization. They have a project. They have an NHS project. They have various private projects because the cash flows and the money. If you just don't put all eggs in one basket, we heard this quotation. That's why the company want to minimize the risk. Anybody heard about Northern Rock? No?
No.
In 2000, around 2005, between 2008. This is one of the UK bank, Northern Rock. They used to do mortgage. Is a quite big bank. The Northern Rock, they have invested a lot of money in America in a housing market. What's happened there? The house sector collapsed is a credit crunch back in 2008, and the Northern Rock not get the money, and the new BBC put the news on the media that Northern Rock is at risk. Lot of pensioner deposit the money in the Northern Rock. They went next day morning to withdraw the money from the Northern Rock. So they draw, ultimately the banks collapsed due to one news. Even the bank can sustain, even the government injected a lot of money during Labour government. Any question there?
Well, actually, Northern Rock is from Newcastle, where I'm actually based. I can remember that happening.
Yes, it was the big, the many branches. It's even the guy from BBC been criticized, or I think so, been fined even as well to BBC afterwards. But at that point was too late. So we need to think about it can be. So maybe contingent plan can be the Northern Rock not invest heavily in US market. Yes, even the return is more. Was more, yes. Like now people are next is a big crisis can be now. You maybe see the youngster, they have a big cars, big, like Range Rovers, huh? If you want to get the car or get on rental, what you can go, you show ID, even they're not checking proper credit scoring, huh? You can get Range Rover. What will be happen ultimately behind the scene? So ultimately these companies can be collapsed, and that leads to the credit crunch. Any question there?
No.
Okay. Next now, assess the major infrastructure projects. So please, I copied the link. It's good to be. Yes, the key is quite good to read. And then I copied the video. Is what is meant by contingent planning, and is good to watch. And the quiz we already done. We're not doing again this, which can be linked. Okay. Anybody any question?
No.
Okay, today lesson just we learn about LO4 and learning outcome 4. All was monitoring and control. If you have any question, please drop me email, and my email address anjum@ukversity.co.uk. Please assignment brief on Moodle. Just go through, just look around how much we can, and how. And the next lesson will go through LO5, and the following lesson will go through assignment brief as well. Yes. In a meanwhile, go through assignment brief and think about you can or you can't, so we can discuss in our assignment brief session as well, which will be separate session in which I'll go through in detail just assignment brief, how we can address different learning outcomes, huh?
Okay.
Just one question on the assignment brief. Did we define the word count for each of the assignments?